Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of Say It Out Loud GG podcast. Today we have a special guest, Nicky Cuesta from BALM Global. But before we go into that, let's thank our sponsor, La Ciencia Style, for sponsoring this program, and Anointed Newsletter by Chris Collins. Thank you for sponsoring this program. And today we have my mentor, right?
Yes.
my next to ride or die for sure. Nikki from BALM Global's Ladies of Leadership. And we mostly know her because of that for BALM Global Ladies of Leadership. But today I wanted to do something a little different to just know Nikki for Nikki. So, but before we go into that interview, tell us a little bit about yourself, what your business is like, and the new doors that just opened this year that I'm so excited to talk about.
Oh my goodness. What a whirlwind. 2025 has started off strong. And first, thank you so much for inviting me back to Say It Out Loud GG. I'm so excited to be here, and just walking this journey with you has been an absolute blessing, along with each one of our beautiful souls that we get to have, that God blessed us with, that sisterhood. But yeah, I'm excited to be here. I didn't think that, a dream, a little girl dream could actually come true until God really opens your eyes and the opportunities and the placement. And even with fear and uncertainty, how when you jump into that, into your purpose, how it can truly change your life. And, that started back in when I first became an entrepreneur as a realtor, which I found out very quickly that was not my thing, but that was back in 2015, and just really trying to find the ways to make things work, and with loss and other things that kind of transpired. I was in a corporate job. I had to kick that ceiling. They were not providing what I felt that I deserve. And I just had to take it into my own hands and make that decision. Fast forward, I did notary for 2 years, and then I met my community. I met my
Yes.
community who really opened my eyes to entrepreneurship and possibilities. And then I just went on a journey and created what you see today.
Yes, yes, and it's a role that you not only own and live because I don't even want to call it a role because a role is something that you can act on, right? But this is what you live for. Like
Mm.
this is what you do. It comes so naturally because this is your purpose, and when it's your purpose, you have it just comes so natural. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, she has a phenomenal community of ladies of leadership, and my microphone just fell. Sorry. So, ladies of leadership. This is a blooper that's gonna stay in this video. Best
Yes,
believe
I love
it.
real life. That's how I have my podcast. It's all about the hot, open, transparent, just honest, open, and transparent. We're real.
Yes.
Things
Mhm.
happen, but you adapt and you keep moving on. You don't let it hold you back.
Absolutely. Because this is the real life of entrepreneurs. This is behind the scenes. These are things that normally happen. Okay.
Yes.
So I want you to mention BALM Global. Is that how you started with BALM Global, or you started with Ladies of Leadership?
Actually, no. I actually started with a YouTube channel called Building a Leadership Mindset. And then I was like, oh my goodness, this name is too long, right? So I was like, let's shorten it, and let's make it bomb. It's kind of like a pun to bomb, like we are the bomb, right? But it's bomb, and it spells out the word. And then we wanted to go global. That was really the mission. So after a year of having Building a Leadership Mindset, BALM Global was officially launched in May of 2023, right a year, exactly a year after I made the decision to get on a stage for the first time in my first speaker competition and meet this community. Um, that happened 2022. Then I went to having Ladies of Leadership.
Okay. So it was under the umbrella. So when you
Yeah,
see
you know
BALM
what?
Global, it's also Ladies of Leadership, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Ladies of Leadership is a leg that sits under BALM Global, along with like Lady Boss Balm, Youth Rising, This Is Me, and all the other great are publishing. So a lot going on.
Good things, a lot good
Yeah.
things for
Yes.
sure.
Great.
I do have a question that I want to follow up. Hold on,
Put
because
me on the
that
spot.
no, but would have, if there's a moment you could capture, right, and or there's a moment that you could say this was the moment. What moment hit you so deeply that that's when the change immediately began? Because I know that being an entrepreneurship and being a speaker, author, everything, but there's always this one moment that this epiphany comes into your mind. What was that moment for you that you said, yeah, this is where I belong, this is what I have to be doing, this is my purpose?
Oh
What
my
moment was
goodness.
that?
There's many moments because, in the journey, sometimes things happen where you kind of lose focus, lose doubt, just have all these things that happen during the journey. But the biggest one for me was before everything was even built. And that's when I was rejected, when BALM Global was an idea for an organization that I felt would have been an amazing opportunity for women in this space. But because of my lifestyle and who I was actually rejected from being a leader, which was crazy to me. It actually knocked me out for about 24 hours. Not really knowing like what's the next step, like who's going to listen to me, are people going to judge all these other things about my journey? And then I just woke up and I'm like, no,
Mm.
this is not for this organization. This is for the marketplace. In some way, somehow, I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep finding my tribe, keep finding the doors that are going to open for me. And that was the epiphany. That was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it anyway.
It was that
And
moment.
it was that moment.
Wow. And that's why I said, what was that moment? Because there's always a specific moment.
Mhm.
And I want, that's what I want to capture today. That Nikki, that raw Nikki, that in there. Like I said, we get her professionally all the time. But there's so much more to Nikki than just this Ladies of Leadership and Bomb Global. Like there is realness, there's rawness, and there's sacrifices that I know that you have done and struggles that you have gone through. But sometimes I always say it's not about the question, it's about the answers, right? The
Mhm.
question just lights up that answer. And you see, that was your motivation. To
Yeah.
follow up that question, like what is a ritual or routine that you do every day to keep you motivated to say, okay, today I'm going in the office, today's this, today's there's what do you have? Is there a ritual or routine, certain affirmations that you say?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the routine has changed because, ending of 2024, we were actually blessed with a studio. So previous to this, I was at home in my basement office where all of the magic of Balm Global was birthed from, from the podcast, pacing and just saying what I wanted to say to the world and putting it out there. You could sometimes, I think in the beginning stages of my podcast, you could actually hear me like panting because I was just so into it. But my ritual is to really just wake up, before I put my feet on the ground, is just thank God for another day and how will you use me? And I'm available. That's everything I say every morning to whatever it is, right? That prepares me mentally to really go into my day with a positive attitude. That's one thing you would see the same Nikki all the time because I have trained, not trained, but I guess trained, right? I had made it, my daily routine. And then I actually have affirmations through an iconic program that I went to back in 2021, right after the rejection. And I'll just say, I list my affirmations on a whiteboard and I am amazing. I am ready to conquer the world. I'm ready to continue to stay in my purpose. I'm ready to lift women all over the world. I'm ready to just build a leadership mindset. Yes, my mission is, what I've built. And I think when we build a leadership mindset, we can control anything in our lives. So after that, I do my meditations, which takes about 15 minutes. And then I'm like, no socials for an hour. Like that's my journaling time. Now, fast forward, that we are now in the studio, I literally open the door, I come in before I touch anything, before I sit down. I now thank God for this room, and everyone that steps into it will be blessed when they step out, and that we will continue to move our movement forward no matter what challenges come in the way. And then I turn on my TV, I put my worship music on, and I get to work.
Oh, period.
Period. It's
Period.
game on.
Yes, it's game on. What unexpected lessons have you learned through your journey that you would say, right, when you go through stuff you learn, right? Life in life we learn, so it's not like we're planning to go through our
Mhm.
struggles, but it kind of happened. But what unexpected things have you encountered that has molded you or striffen you to be the person you are today?
Oh my goodness. I can go so many ways. Is this like during, as I'm doing it, or even prior um,
I was
to?
I would say during,
Okay,
because
during.
I would say during, because as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, this is the stuff that we go through that we don't say, right? That we don't mention. So I would think, yeah, that would be
Yeah, yeah.
what would be
Yes.
that, yeah.
So some of the struggles and things that, an entrepreneur goes through, or that I have been through, or life lessons through this journey, is really to be discerning, right? Of the partners you connect with, the communities you connect with, who you are sharing your mission with, and really deciding who is ready to walk alongside you, right? And that's very important to me. I actually drafted, like, I literally wrote down, drew like stick figures, what characteristics I wanted this community to have, this employee, this volunteer, this member. How did I want them to come into this journey with me? Very specifically, we're very intent on who we bring into the sisterhood culture that we've created, right? I protect it very well. Like, you cannot,
Mhm.
penetrate what we have already created in over 2 years now. But really just it can be so many things. I can't even really simply answer that, because I come in with a positive. So I guess, let's say some life lessons um, would be where I spent my time. So I learned very, very well that we invest in certain communities, certain things, and it's not reciprocated back, right? There's no check in, there's no communication. You just go in there, go through the journey if you want. And what I have learned, and the lesson I have learned, is that that's not what I want for my community. I want to
Mhm.
be able to call them at any time, message them at any time, and let them know, hey, I'm here. What's going on? Is there something that we need to adjust? How can I support? And I think that domino effect has, entered into the space for the women, because now I'm seeing them collaborating. I'm seeing them all themselves. So the thing was, the biggest lesson is um, joining 8 communities, and then filtering out which ones served me and which ones didn't. And, you know, now spending my time very wisely with those that are looking to really grow and move and create impact in the world. Long answer short, right?
Yeah, no, because I feel that that's what defines you. That's why I asked that question, because it has defined you. Not only has it been a process that you have gone through, but it's been something that we see that you apply today. Because I feel that our community is the bomb, like the bomb, like double bomb, right? And our sisterhood, like you said, it's not only just about just growing and learning, but also collaborating and being able to make a difference and do a difference. Like, you just opened a huge store that you put in pause for many years, and I wanted to follow up that question in where that idea come from, because it starts with an idea, it starts with the seed, right? And I have seen you plant seeds and see them bloom. So now this is your turn, that there's a seed that probably someone planted in you that now is blooming, and I want to give the credit where that is deserved. Where did that start? Which is Youth Rising, which is Ladies Rising to begin with. But tell us a little bit about that and that journey.
Oh my God, that's probably the most beautiful journey that we have witnessed with BALM Global, because it actually started at that official launch. And let's just think about it right now. Imagine if I had the fear, or I let something hold me back, or the outside noise not create this event. What you're about to hear would not be alive today. And I'm getting emotional because it takes that courage when you are really sitting in your purpose. So when we launched, and I'm going to give some credit to a lot of moving parts here. The first one was this beautiful soul that I met my day of, transformation, which I always say it's May 14th, 2022. This beautiful soul, Melissa Morales, who is the win the day, right? That's her mantra. And I heard her story, what she went through. And because I'm a boy mom and I have, my son has always been part of my journey. One of her, not objections, but one of the reasons she couldn't make it was because she had her 3-year-old son and she didn't have anybody to take care of him. Like, she rides with him. And I'm like, well, then you need to ride with him to this event. You need to be in the room and you need to bring him with you. He was 3 years old. Not only that, my son at the time, I believe, was 15. My granddaughter was 14. My nephew was probably about 9, 10. And we had Marilyn Morales' son there. We had Addie's grandson there from Connecticut. So as we were, the day was busy. It was amazing. We had 21 plus speakers. It was a good time of community and leadership and just showing all that. As we received our highlight reel, and every time we come back from an event, that Monday call is for that event. We do a recap. So what we all saw was the same thing, and that was the fact that the children were paying more attention than the adults, right? Because we're all moving around. They were taking notes. Like Melissa Morales' son, he went and he was like greeting the speakers as they came in when their music was playing. He was taking notes. The kids were like, "Oh my goodness!" So of course we're recapping, and that was the common theme. And of course, Marilyn Morales says, "Oh my goodness, Nikki, we have to do something for the ladies. We have to do something for the young teenage girls. Let's, build a program and let's call it Ladies Rising." I said, "It's a done deal." That was our Monday call on, oh my God, when was it? I think within 24 to 48 hours, I built Youth Rising, the 3-tier program that now has converted into Youth Rising, right? But then we were starting, we were gearing up. This was about June, July of 2023. And then we just got busy, right? So many things into place. We started looking through the journey and seeing how long it was going to take, how to get a nonprofit, how to get a 501c3. And we were just like, oh my goodness. So with all things that you just can't figure out at the time, and while things are still moving along, we had to keep going. So we put in a parking lot. We never forgot it. We've talked about it throughout the years, but last year we had 2 beautiful angels, 2 beautiful missing pieces, and that was you, Judith, and that was Monique Yvonne. Whew, I'm gonna get emotional. Let's do this. So when you came up to me and you said, Nikki, there was a few things we talk about, because as partners, as collaborators, we're building some amazing things. You're already in that space. You've been in that space for years. And why not? Like, why not partner up within your community, continue the movement, plug in the missing pieces. And I am just super happy that January 10th, we were able to get our EIN. This last week, we were able to incorporate our articles of incorporation. Now we are well on our way to our 501c3, and the program is available. It's already there. So we're tweaking some stuff, putting the final love and splashes on it, and it's going to be continue to be game on. And that's really how Youth Rising was birthed, because now not only do we want to prepare the next generation of young women, we need to take care of our young men as well. And we want to be entering into the school systems, the detention centers, anywhere they give us that platform. That's where we want to be, because again, like for my son, I actually hired him. He had to go through an application process. He had to go through orientation, interview, everything. And I set him up an office in my home office, right? And now he decides he wants to be his own entrepreneur, building his own things, creating the theme song to make it count right here, which is one of our, dear and near and dear prestigious awards that we give to our ladies, which you are a recipient of that award. So why not dream bigger? Why not? This is what it is. And it's just taking an idea and making it happen.
Yes, sky's the limit. And you tell us that all the time.
All the
Sky's the
time.
limit. But there is another like you said, missing piece, which is Monique. And
Mm.
because we're her human design, is it, I mean, I just got a sneak peek of it. When was it? Last
Last
Monday
week.
that I was in
Mhm.
the office. And I was just like, my jaw dropped, guys. So when I
Mhm.
tell you that it's going to be definitely something really amazing that we're going to impact, and sky's our limit. And thank you, Nikki, for this amazing opportunity. Like I said, I'm just in the back and I'm just this little tiny piece in there because we're just planting seeds. And I want to say thank you for the opportunity to just be a part of that.
Oh, no, thank
Okay.
you, love.
Yes.
It's definitely not a tiny seed. That's a huge seed.
Is there like a philosophy or a quote you live by every day?
Mm. So it's usually one that I have with my spouse. It's um, what you do to get the person, you have to do to keep the person. So once
Mm,
you do to start the purpose, you have to keep doing to keep, you have to keep doing to keep the mission alive. So I'm going to just transform that right here and right there. But the biggest one is make it count.
mhm.
And that's every second of every minute of every hour of every day. You are in your purpose. And I'm not saying that you have to be working 24/7. I'm saying that any conversation, any interaction, any investment of your growth has to be part of your mission. The people you surround yourself with, what you put on your content, all of that matters. And if we're not thinking about it intentionally, no one's really going to know what our mission is. And we want to clearly say is that we make every second count. You see right now so many things happening with BALM Global and Ladies of Leadership. You're probably confused. Like, I don't know how to support. I don't know where to start with them. Like, what is it that they're doing? But it doesn't matter that we're doing all these things. Just connect with us and we can clearly tell you what our mission is and how you can be involved in any way, shape, or form as a partner, as a collaborator, as a member. This is a movement. It's very plain and clear, and everything that we put out there is part of that movement. It's going to shift the needle, whether it's in your personal growth, whether it's in your business, whether it's in your marketing content, to more visibility. Whatever you need, we can do, because like Judith said, limit unlimited possibilities, and that's what we create. Like, I could have never dreamed of doing what I do today if I didn't take action. Like, I used to tell my bestie of 39 years, you know her, Sandra Martin is our
Sandra.
executive manager. I even asked her, am I in over my head to go on tour to the next 50, for the next couple of years, to all 50 states, which we launched that May 17th. You know, a book that we have coming out, Taking Off the Shade, Sharing Relationship Goals. Yes, I need them photos. These are all things that, we just think about and we laugh about it. And we're like, oh, well, you know what? I can't do that. We don't even take the time to see how it can be done. And, when I was able to do that and really do it with all the women, because none of this is done by Nikki. Yes, some of the ideas are downloaded, but I can't put them into play without people seeing the mission, right? Or the vision. So that's what we do
Mm,
in all cases. That is what we do, is we say, that's what you want to do, let's find out how. We're the
mm.
solution. We are the solution, or we'll find the solution
Oh,
together.
definitely. Accountability, the queen, the queen of accountability. She will make you accountable for everything. But that's a good quality. That's a leadership quality. And to say there's a difference. And I was seeing the other day or this weekend, I saw this picture that came up and showed you the difference between a boss and a leader, right? And you definitely, that leadership, you have it. You have it. And I want to just say thank you for that. And thank you to all there that are listening, that that's what you want to be a part of a leadership, a person that's not only sees you for you, but say, how can we make you grow, and how can we do this? And I love, that's one of your biggest qualities. I personally have to shine that out, because a lot of people see you behind cameras and this is what you're doing, but you could offer 10,000 things, but if you don't have that quality of leadership, like you said, it won't go nowhere. And you have that. And that's why you have the community you have, and in as strong as you have it. And all these ladies that, we ride or die with you.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And I love them. Like, I could not have been so more blessed than what I am, what God really has given me. And I don't take it for granted, right? When you guys show up with whatever topic that we have going on, and, we're a different vibe as far as our community. It's not just, again, I've been in plenty of communities, and it's not just come hear our speaker, or no, come, here's what I think you need. It's what we've created together. So I cannot take credit of all the collaborations that have happened. 2 weeks ago we launched 5 LLCs. Like, how amazing is that? Like, oh
Yes.
my goodness, I felt like it was my birthday, and my birthday's in a couple days.
Yes. And you were celebrating it like if it was your birthday.
Yes.
And that's Yes, and that's what I said, it's that leadership. I celebrate you. I'm with you. Let's do it. Hold us accountable. And that's what we need, that true friendship, that true leadership. And in the mentality of, well, all the information. One of the biggest thing that I'm going to highlight you about is that what you learn, you teach. You don't keep it to yourself. Well, I went through that. Like, I was the one. No, you teach on, you teach ahead. And that is a quality too that has to be praised. So,
Oh, thank
to
you.
close the segment out, what are a couple things that you have going on right now? Okay. Yes, you have a lot of things that are going on right now, but I want you to put them out there, because we're going to put the links in the description. We're going to highlight you. So tell us what you have in store for everyone, or anyone who's interested in Bomb Global.
Yeah, absolutely. So, most of the information you can get from buildingaleadershipmindset.com. The next upcoming thing, we are on March 10th. So, March 29th, we are having our BALM Global Online Business Mindset Mania, which is one of our signature events. We do them 4 times a year. That's more on the business side. And yes, we have opened up the doors for not just women, but men as well, because as we are opening Youth Rising, we are looking for that male figure that we can partner with for our youth, right? Because there's many things that we can do for our young male um, members, and all of those things, but they need that male figure
Mhm.
as well. And I think that they have a voice with it. So that is open for it's a free event. You can go on the website, you can register. It's on Zoom. If you want the link, just reach out. We'll drop it here. The next thing after that, this was actually just May, Danielle, Lawrence, and I were doing an autism awareness. So that's literally no links, no nothing yet. We just talked about it, but that's going to be in our studio that isn't in person, April 26th, I believe. April 26th. But if that date changed, no, I think we're good. April 26th. And then May 17th, we are officially launching our tour in Chicago, Illinois. Super excited about that. But we're also April 1st, which I forgot to mention, we are also opening up the studio for content creators, realtors, anyone in an industry that's looking for a space where you can bring your masterminds to. You don't have a space to coach your clients. You want more face to face in your business owner in this tri-state area. We are opening applications to start booking them throughout the summer. And we have additional services. It's very low cost, very convenient. And we are here to join you on that journey as well. So that's April 1st. But everything else is on the website. And I'm just super excited.
Yes, yes. And to close it out, if what advice would you give to those teens, adults that are seeing this and are having doubts, right? Or don't know how to start, or are questioning themselves? Because this is something that we did at one point of our lives, saying, oh, I don't think it'll work, or I don't know, or, the I don't know kind of, because I say I was in that phase for a little while. So, what advice would you give to the audience that are watching this?
Yeah, I'm going to just go back to make it count. Don't start late. A lot of us started 20 years beyond what we could have started, right? If we knew what we knew. But when you don't know what you don't know, and now you have platforms like this that are ready to give you the tools and equip you so that you can start off your 20s strong and relax in your 50s and 60s, right? And reap the benefits. We want to be that source, that outlet. So if you're thinking you have any desire of anything, and I tell my ladies all the time, I don't care if you want to sell pens, we are going to sell some pens and they're going to make it amazing. I am a walking testimony of it. And you can only become a walking testimony if you take action. So that is
Yes.
what I want to leave all of our audience with. It doesn't matter what age range, but our young ones, ooh, you guys got something. Like, you guys got all the technology that you need. We didn't have that back in the day. We had to manually figure it out. But with all the resources that we've been able to gather and put together so that we can equip this toolbox that we need, just do it. Just start. Just make a plan and definitely seek out support that's going to help you on this journey. You don't have to do it alone. You're not going to do it alone. Once you make the
Mm.
decision to say yes, it's a wrap. It's game time.
Yes, period. Okay.
Yes. Yes,
Well, I
yes.
want to say thank you, Nikki, for accepting this invitation. I think you don't get highlighted enough. If I could highlight you every day, I'll do a podcast every day about Nikki. We should do that, a podcast about Nikki, and just start asking you 100 million questions. And thank you for just being the authentic self that you are, for showing up, for not giving up. Even giving up on me. I'm going to talk about me sometimes when I'm just like, I don't know, or even when I say, well, I'm not a speaker, and you're like, yes, you are. You have a story, you are a speaker. These are things that we go through, and this is human. As an entrepreneur, as a business owner, I just want to say, just thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for that guidance that you do, and the opportunities that you're not opening for me, but you're opening for many. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God. It's just a blessing to have, beautiful women that you get to share these moments with.
Mhm.
That's probably the biggest gift any entrepreneur that's on a mission like this could have is a tribe, not behind them, but right next to them, hand in hand, locking arms to be able to
Yes.
create not just BALM Global's mission, but every single organization. Say it out loud, GG, BCS, Izzy's Legacy, From Job
Yes.
to Joy, Cafe Con San. And that's just some things, to name a few of what we've been able to create. Some were already established, but being able to partner up with them and go on their journey, top notch.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you once again to our sponsor, La Cienciani Style and Anointed by Chris Collins. Thank you for sponsoring the program. And before we shut it down, a shout out to Sandra, our girl, right? I don't get to see her. Hi, Sandra. But no, love you, everyone. Until next time, remember, subscribe, leave comments, and go share and follow her on all her social media. Look in the description box below. If you have any questions, all you have to do is send her a quick email, a quick message. She'll get right back to you. Bye, guys.